Hi! Hey everyone, it's been a really long time since I've been able to get on camera and do anything for YouTube. We took a big hit during COVID. Wife lost her job, so became a one-income household. And yeah, I'm finally at a place financially and personal time-wise where I can come out and take a breather and do a little filming, do a little bit of shooting, and show off some of the cool stuff I have. Um, the last video I posted about, what was it? Night vision and FUD guns and whatnot. I've realized that, like, I guess my overall philosophy is that if you're going to do something, do it well, and if you're going to spend money on anything, buy something nice. I don't like buying a bunch of guns. I don't believe in that. I like buying a couple guns and being really competent with them. I feel like that's the foundational philosophy of what firearm ownership should be. They shouldn't be playthings. I feel like gun culture as a whole, gun culture as a majority is just man children buying stuff, as opposed to as opposed to like people, competitors or hunters or things like that, and people actually following um, a tradition or a way of life. As opposed to just buying stuff, you actually have a part of your person invested in that item outside of the fact of what it is. Like owning this rifle, I don't own this rifle because, oh, it's the coolest single shot, whatever. I own this because it's a part of my cultural heritage. Hunting and sport shooting, and being able to take part in the outdoors, in the capacity of being connected to nature. So let's get some close-ups of this. Pardon my casual appearance. Being Georgia, it's still terribly hot. This is a 9.3 by 72R single shot stalking rifle, made in 1905. Oh, good. Made in 1905 in Hamburg, Germany. And let's see if I can get one of the bore. There we go. And this is what I'm going to use to hunt this year. It has a rifle length 25-inch barrel octagon with matte rib up top and silver insert front sight. And what we're going to do today is we're going to shoot this. It locks up perfect. Double set trigger and Monte Carlo style stock. We're going to shoot this about 50 yards to see what it does. This is an ammunition pouch I made for it. It's just a pocket pouch you just stick in your pocket. This is a tip of a deer antler. This is a piece of leather I just braided and sewed into there. And yeah, I'm not an expert leather worker, so it's not the best, but I really like it. This is a little pouch for a cigarette lighter, and those are the 9.3 cartridges. They have a 192 grain bullet, and I think they go 2,000-ish FPS. These are made by Seller and Bellet. One thing to note is it has that step right there. Let's see if we can get a shot. It has that step, which I believe was done due to the nature of the rifling at the time. There we go. That's a good shot of it. Due to the nature of the rifling at the time, and the fact that there's variability in it, given most of these are made by hand. I also have something else, the baby version. I have this neat little pirate gun, and it is a 22 Hornet. I have to cut the chamber because the lead-in for the rifling prevents more modern bullets from sitting in there, and then it just has this, and it's actually shrouded hammer, so the hammer sits under there. This is dovetailed, and that's all peened. I forget the proper name for this type of engraving, but I took this gun and actually polished it back down because it was very, very ugly and rusty, as you can see with the butt plate. Polished it back down, cold blued it. But it does fire, so. It also doesn't have a safety, which I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to add a safety. And last but not least, the sling I made from a rifle. Let me put that on. Show you cool cats how this goes on. So this is a leather belt. It's a nice one, it's braided. And I took it and I cut it off and I re-sewed it back on. I took one of these D-rings off of a different belt, and I got all, pardon me, I got all these at Goodwill. And then this is the hanger from an AK sling. So that's just going to go through the field hangers right here. So it's on just like that. And then I actually lost the other one, so I just use some thin leather to tie it on. But let's get shooting. Something else I found the other day that I thought was really neat was a little pair of opera glasses. And they're actually about a 4x zoom. That's fun. Yeah, check them out. Very beautiful, fully made of brass. The lenses are pretty clear. There we go. Yeah, they're lovely. I'm actually going to get another set of these because I thought they're cool, and I was thinking of actually dropping better lenses into them. They don't really weigh anything either, which I thought was really neat because they just have small little glass lenses in the objective and the optical. Anyways, they fit great in the pocket. So stash those away. And this gun does have a safety. It's just that it actually prevents you from pulling the trigger more so from the sear. Or sorry, prevents you from pushing the trigger to disengage the sear. And that's the cocking indicator. This is the set trigger. So what that does, it adjusts the sear engagement up here. Here's our target. I think it's about 24 inches across, and that circle is going to be about 2 inches. So we're going to try to hit that at 50 yards, which I don't think will be a problem. But actually, I haven't shot this rifle for groups, so let's see how it does. Not too bad. Better like 30-06. So as you can see, as you open it, cocking indicator comes back up, so it extracts the firing pin. Then you can just drop it back closed. So if you pull that set trigger, cocking indicator goes down. I pulled that one. Like that, and then we'll take the excess and we'll use it to we'll tie it to the bottom of the stand here. Real simple. All right, this is probably going to explode this, but let's see. It's going to be interesting regardless. What a horrible... What a horrible shot. Well, I did hit the bullseye, which is good for me, and then I pulled left here. So yeah, ultimately, I'm happy because the heart's about that big. I'm happy with that. I thought it was going to be much more terrible. And this is the 7th round, or I've only fired 7 shots of this gun since getting it up and running. I had to do a lot of laser welding to the trigger and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I haven't, the other one I'm working on, we'll have that one up and running soon enough, and I have reloading dies for this, so maybe I can do some reloading. I want to talk about the German cartridge law, which was a standardization thing that happened in Germany. So they got away from a lot of the just all over the place cartridges, and started making them more similar, you know, like SAMI or CIP spec for things like and you know, more modern cartridges. But yeah, thank you.